Pack your bags, let's take a ride. 5 minutes flat and we'll explore the wide with Forrest Kelly. It's travel time. It's the best 5-minute travel podcast. Let's go!
Hello, everyone. I am Bea, founder of Life, Love, and Travel.
And it's not BEA, it's BEE?
BE, like the bug, yes.
Okay, how did that come about?
Well, I'll be honest with you. My name is a little hard for people to pronounce. It seems very easy, but for some reason, nobody has ever been able to get it right. So I just had somebody start calling me Bee, and it just kind of went from there. And then the next thing you knew, I was in love with bumblebees, and now everything is Bee.
Nothing wrong with that. If you're going to get into insects and those things, that's a good one to go for. You are all the things on lifeloveandtravel.com. Let's get your background.
Yeah, so I'll be honest with you. The thought of all of this was kind of inspired by my youngest son. He wanted to show all of his friends pictures and stuff of the places that I've been. And from there, it was just kind of like, hey, Mom, open a Facebook page. Hey, Mom, start a podcast. And the next thing you know, we're full-blown into this thing.
When you were traveling and you had all of those slides, which is amazing for your son, because most of the time when you talk about pictures, people are running the other way. You don't think it's going to take 2 hours of their time, but you got all that resume of traveling through how? Through work, pleasure, what?
Yeah, actually, so I'll be honest with you. I hadn't really had any kind of desire to travel until my husband and I went on our honeymoon back in 2013. We went to Punta Cana, and it was the very first time I'd ever been to a real beach. White sand, like all inclusive, the whole thing. And I was kind of just intrigued as far as, cultures and all that sort of thing came about. And I don't know, the next thing I know, I was just obsessed with traveling as much as I could. I found the points guy online and started using his strategies and stuff so that I could travel as much as I could without it really coming out of like our budget and that sort of thing. And then I just started cracking out these really awesome deals. We went to Jamaica, I say probably a dozen times or so for under $2,000. And then we started kind of venturing off to other places. Okay. And then it sort of blossomed. My son was like, hey, let's show people stuff. And now I'm like, now I have a reason to travel. This is even better.
The honeymoon, where did you go?
We went to Punta Cana for the first time. It was my very first out of the country experience,
Is that 2 words, 3 words, or how many words is that?
2. It's PUNTACANA.
And that's Punta Cana. And where is it located?
That's in the Dominican Republic.
Okay. Yeah. Big island, small island, what?
Well, it shares land with Haiti, so I guess it's kind of a bigger island, is what I would say.
Okay, and did you guys decide for your honeymoon together, or he did, or you did, or what?
I totally did, because he didn't want to have anything to do with any of the planning. So it was one of those things where, we were on a limited budget and we were like, let's see where we can go. Let's do this all-inclusive thing because all our friends are talking about it and we've never been. And then, we fell in love with it. And then the next thing you know, we were like, okay, how can we live like locals? And where can we go to live like locals? And then the next thing you know, it started to bloom into this like cultural immersion type experience. And I'll be honest, we are completely different travelers than when we first started. When we first started, it was, make sure everything is planned to a T. We have a full itinerary, all of that. And now it's, hey, let's just find a place that looks good. If it's got a beach, let's go and see what we can do from there.
Right. Once you get the more experience with a lot of things, you figure out that with my wisdom and my experience, I can navigate any circumstance that might come. So on your websites, lifeloveandtravel.com, you've got an about section that tells it about you, and then you've got a blog and kind of a dialogue of everything that you've done. And then you've got some collabs of podcast planning, boutique, and destinations. Let's kind of go down through those items. You encourage people to go to your blog for what reason?
If people are looking for certain destinations or some of the information that they might not find somewhere else, I think you definitely go to my website. I have a lot of like the more detailed stuff, like things that it's illegal to do in certain countries, whether or not you can drink their water, those sort of details. But then also, in addition to that, I can also help you plan your trip as well. So if it's something that you're looking for, say, hey, I've never been to Jamaica before. I know that you've been there a few different times. Where can I go? There's different places that you can find hotels and suggestions and all of that stuff as well on the website. And the blog will also kind of dive a little bit deeper into that information as well.
Right. And then one of the things, too, learning about a blog is you learn about the person. And so you can see where bits and pieces, or maybe the whole thing, where you personally merge with like thought and like ideas. And that helps, too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. My blogs are all me from the very bottom of my heart. So it's a lot of gibberish sometimes, but it's also very full of information. So basically, I will go and I will research what I'm, thinking of, or like, hey, one of my biggest blogs that gets hit often is my Aruba versus Bermuda blog. And I basically just go in and show different characteristics of each place. That way you're able to kind of determine which location would be better for you and your family, or whatever it is that you're looking for out of a vacation.
We've touched down and landed. The episode's done with 5 quick minutes of travel and fun.
This is your captain speaking. We have touchdown. That completes this episode.
Join Forrest Kelly for the next big show. The best 5-minute travel podcast. Let's go.